We have news coming in from the West Asia conflict as US anti-drone system tested in Ukraine will head to Mideast to boost US defenses against Iran's drones, officials say. An American anti-drone system proven to work against Russian drones in Ukraine will soon be sent to the Middle East to bolster US defenses against Iranian drones. Two US officials told the Associated Press, while the US has used Patriot and THAAD missile systems to take down Iranian missiles successfully, there are limited effective anti-drone defenses now in the Middle East, according to a US official of defense. One of the two officials who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss sensitive military matters said, the US response to countering Iran's Shahed drones has been disappointing, the other US official has said, particularly because the drones fired by Iran are much more basic version of the same drone that Russia is continuously refining and updating in its war in Ukraine. So now we're seeing that while on one hand we have the Russia-Ukraine war going on, and on the other side the Middle East, we see that these two wars in some way or the other are seeming to be converging, wherein we are seeing that the missiles and the anti-drone systems which are being tested in Ukraine will now head to Mid-East to boost US defenses, because remember, the drones which are being used in Iran are backed by Russian technology, and most of these are being used against US and Israel by Iranian officials. And now we see that US is wanting to use the anti-drone systems which are being used in Ukraine. So somewhere or the other, we're seeing that there are two parallels where Iran is backed by Russia and US and Israel, which is making a collision with Ukraine, which because of these anti-drone missiles which they want to test, an American anti-drone system which has proven to work against Russian drones in Ukraine will now be sent to Middle East, because two US officials have said that while US use Patriots and THAAD missile systems to take down Iranian missiles successfully, there are limited effective anti-drone defenses in the Middle East. And since many of these have been tested in Ukraine against Russia, the US response to countering Iran's Shahed drones has been disappointing, the other official has said on the anonymously to. And since Russia is continuously refining and updating its warfare in Ukraine, now they are planning to get these anti-drone systems from Ukraine to be used in the Middle East. Remember, much of the Iranian technology which is now being used is backed by the Russian military. Most commonly used by them are the Shahed drones. And so, US is now bringing in Ukraine to help in with the anti-drone systems. So somewhere or the other, we do see that while West Asia is very far from Russia and Ukraine, we see that while these two separate global conflicts are happening on this side, somewhere or the other, they come to merge at this point, especially when it comes to warfare technology. Because even as Russia continues to provide Iran with its Shahed drones, we see that US finds that it needs anti-drone systems in the Middle East, especially from Ukraine.